gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today? Whoever is watching, please let me know how the audio and video is. Please let me know everything's working okay before we get going. I'm actually going to do more of a hangout today than anything else, because there's so much going on, and I still have work to do in this, and I thought we might as well do it casually because I don't have a pre-planned event for today other than working on this belt printer. But I'm almost there. I'm very close to being there, to getting it done. So we can hang out, just do a regular hangout session, chat while I tinker with this, figure out what's going on. I have to design end stops for it yet. I have a few other pieces I need to design. But hey Duff, how are you? How's the video? How's the audio? Let me know, please. I may sound a little bit hoarse because I was speaking for hours yesterday at the museum, so if my voice sounds a little bit off, I'm sorry. Just someone give me the yay or the nay on the audio and so on. It'll be appreciated. Hey Chris, how are you? Hey Print Prawn, how are you? Good morning, Milan. Hey, hey Sergio. Hey Matt. Who else is out there? Lots of people hanging out with me this morning. Cool. So I'm going to make this as a hangout. So it all sounds good. Okay, right. I'm not using OBS, so my audio is fantastic. Excellent. So I'm going to share out the link for a hangout because I'm going to turn this more into a hangout than anything else. There's a link if you want to come in and hang out and chat with me. I'm going to be tinkering on this. There's a few things I haven't powered this up yet. I did some wiring on it. I had to extend some wires, which you probably have seen me do. With some of my, again, during my hangouts and stuff throughout the week, like on Twitch. I've been doing regular hangouts on Twitch, and I've been tinkering and making up new cables. I had to extend some cables because the ones that were there were not long enough. Garbage run today, maybe some printer wiring later this afternoon. Oh, cool. You're at the zoo? Okay. Hey, there's Jerry. Hey, Jerry. How is you? How are you?
I just woke up. I don't know.
Yeah, I decided just to go do more of a hangout today. I'm going to tinker on this today. I've done the wiring. As you saw me making up the cables and so on throughout the week. And I've actually plugged the cables in. I got the board all set up. The cables are in. I just done that much. And even though the hot end is not set up yet, and I have never powered it on. Like, I haven't even installed the hot end yet. It's here, and I have to do that setup. But because I want to do the redesign on the hot end because I want part cooling. There's none on it. I want to add part cooling. I decided let's try power it on today and see how it works. Hey Richard, how are you?
Put me in a small window so we can focus on you.
No. Should we just hang out? It's just more of a casual hangout anyway.
Well, that way people can see more of what you're doing if you're larger.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey guys, how's everyone? Hey Chris. Yeah, we didn't say the three magic words, so that's why Matt's not here this morning. Drinking coffee.
Well, he's here. He just hasn't spoke yet. I'm sure he's here.
No, he said, but he's at the zoo. He said. So this is almost done. I had to set up the hot end and tension all the belts and so on. But I decided that we might try on live, turn it on and see if there's any fire. Hey, Mim's cool. How are you? That's Mike. How are you going, Mike? Hey, Anne. So I decided we'd power it on online. I have no bed wire up or anything like that. The cables for the bed are still hanging off to the side here. So I can actually set up a different camera for that.
See, Chris Lockwood says, Jerry, you got feedback? I'm not sure what that means.
Okay, is there an echo somewhere? There shouldn't be because I'm only using a single camera.
Yeah, I heard it too.
You can hear it as well?
Yeah.
I hear nothing on my side.
I hear it really low, like it's from your side.
Let me check my settings. The only let me see. Audio is set to the one audio. My speakers are on. Oh, I know why.
Echo on Jerry?
There it is. How's it now?
Don't hear it now.
Okay, because I was doing some playing around with some settings during the week, and I turned off the echo cancellation.
Okay.
That's it. So that's done.
Oh, everybody's blaming me. No, it wasn't me.
It wasn't Jerry. It wasn't Jerry. It was me. I'm guilty.
Yeah, guys, I haven't got on my regular Facebook and all my socials yet. I just turned on the TV in the living room. Liam dinged me, and I said, "Okay, let's come out and turn on the computer. My monitor's on." So I haven't checked my messages or email or nothing.
You printed that mount for the screen, Jerry, on yours.
Yeah,
I did not. What I did with mine. Let me put this up here so I have it out of the way.
it looks good on it.
I mounted mine at the side right here.
Okay.
The front bracket that holds in the the shelf. I just undid that and just put two screws through the screen holder, and that was it.
That's where it goes. It goes between the front bracket on the right side and that frame.
Well, yeah, but I didn't print anything for it. I just used what was already there.
Oh, I see. You took your original. All right.
Hey, Mike, how's life?
Hey, long
time. Hey, Matt. We didn't say the three magic words, Matt. Why are you here?
He's not here. Ignore him. Don't talk to him.
Matt's at the zoo. He's visiting family.
Okay.
Oh, my.
Oh, he's all right. He gets the news all the time. He can take it. We haven't seen you in forever, Mike. Where have you been hiding?
Oh, he is at the zoo.
I've been awfully busy. Been working on a couple of things. I'm getting a little YouTube-y studio set up in a different room. And then just working on the software projects. And by the way, I got to apologize, Jerry, because I keep on getting your links, but I keep on getting them like way late.
Chris, can I suggest that you close the blinds behind you because it's wiping out the camera view? That works.
Very good.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, it's just it was so blinding light we couldn't see anything else but the light coming in. So the belt printer is almost ready. I do have to do the x-axis and I have to tighten up some belts and stuff, but I've cabled it and I've decided let's turn it on live and see what works. Hey Kenneth, how are you? And let's see if it functions or not, right? So let me put power to it and let's hope for no magic blue smoke. Cable.
Hey Chris.
All right, Matt.
So I don't have the bed wired up yet. Or the thermistor. I just want to make sure that the only thing I really play with is the X and Y and the Z axis. I extended some of those cables. Hey Sebastian, I thought it was Jesus coming back.
It probably won't catch on fire.
Now there are bearings all over the floor because I don't have that problem. I was careful with mine.
Are those otters? Do you have otters?
Who? Oh yeah, he's at the zoo.
Either that or Matt's got a rat problem at his house.
Yeah, yeah, Matt's at the zoo. So we're going to power it on. Pray for no. Oh, he disappeared. Okay. Oh, Chris is coming back again. Sorry. Hey, Chris. So, long time no see. So we have it plugged in. I'm going to power it on. Let's hope for no smoke. Everyone, hold your breath. That wasn't me. That beep. So the hot and cooling fan is running. So that's a good sign. No smoke anywhere. My screen is on. So I'm going to move one. I'm going to manually move one axis at a time. So I'm not going to do the extruder axis because I don't have it heated up. I don't have that wired up. It's okay, Matt. No problem. So I'm going to start. I'm going to move the y-axis first, which is this 45 degrees. Then we move the x-axis. Now I don't have the x-axis head on, but the cables will move.
Since you haven't logged any firmware, you're just going off what was already on there, right?
I'm using the default firmware because I do have to recompile firmware for it because I need to set the firmware for a belt printer. So let's go into prepare, move axis. Let's try the y-axis. We should actually see that move. Move y, 10 millimeters. Oh, y-axis is moving.
Yeah, nothing's on fire yet.
And nothing's on fire. This is not a tripod stream. We don't do that. So the y-axis won't move. Let's try the x-axis. We do a 10 millimeter on the x-axis. So these are not cable up. So I'm going to hold the belts and let's see if it moves. X-axis is moving my hand.
The most
That
important
could just
thing
be your hands, though. I don't know.
Well, without my hands, then you can see the cables move.
the Z is the most important if that belt's going to move.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm worried about. So these are functioning.
Hi.
So let's try let me take this off of here, off the belt. Actually, I'm going to hang it over the back there, out of the way. And I'm going to put something on the belt. We'll get NASA. We'll see if it moves because it's on the belt.
Oh, you got to put a bucket of water on the end so it can splash down.
No, but I like what you think. So go to repair. Let's see move axis. We try Z axis now. Never been moved before. 10 millimeters. Ooh, no, it's meeting resistance. So I'm going to try and control this manually by hand to see if it turns with a bit of help. So it does with help. What's happening is I think the VRFs are low. I think that's up to VRFs. It feels like it's not getting enough torque. And that could often be the VRFs are too low. So
how are you driving that? Are you driving that with a gear or a belt?
There's a stepper motor. I can show you close up. Let me show you close up. Give me a second. It's a belt and a stepper. So let me switch cameras. Give me a second. I think it's this one. That lighting is bad. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see if I can adjust that. One second. The lighting is bad on that camera.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's a bit dark though. I can fix that. I can make it better. There you go. So on that camera, what we have is there's a stepper motor with an idler, and that's running onto this gear, and this gear then has a metal shaft running through the belt. So that's what actually turns it. So, but if I turn it manually, it stutters. So, but if I assist it, it doesn't have enough torque, is what it feels like. So what I'm going to have to do is I'll have to up the VRFs on this, which is okay because that's easy enough to adjust. The problem is that my multimeter I normally use for my VRFs died a long time ago, and the one I have doesn't have the ability for 2000K.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they're using a belt for that. Wouldn't it be easier just to 3D print a big old gear and a little tiny one for your stepper?
Gears would wear a 3D printed gear would wear faster than a belt would. It'd wear down way faster. So doing a belt is a better solution. So the belt is tight, but it was actually not having enough torque. So I'm guessing the VRFs are low. These are normally set for a single stepper on Z. It's normally set for about 700. You need to bring it closer to 9 or 900 or 1,000 if you're using a dual Z. And I think this torque it needs. What do you guys think?
I just walk into the kitchen. I don't know what you're talking about, so I don't know.
You know what? Okay, so the belt doesn't seem to have enough torque to turn the belt, the stepper, and that's often a sign of the VRFs being low. I think. So on these machines, the VRFs is normally set to about 700, and you probably have to bring it up to about 900 to maybe even 1,000 to get more voltage to the stepper motor to give it more torque. Does that sound right to everybody?
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can increase that much power.
They're adjustable. There's pots on the board to adjust them.
Oh, I understand that. I just don't know how much you can crank them up.
Normally up to about 1, maybe 1.1. Anything over 1 would be high. So about 0.9, about 900 would be good. Bump the current. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. So I think if I bring it up to about, normally for the enders are about 300. The problem is I can't do it with my multimeter. I need to get a different multimeter. The one I have does not go as far as 2000 M, which I will need to set on a multimeter to read it.
You remember that? Can I talk about something else real quick?
Of course.
That Weedo. Remember that rocket yesterday that was dual color and I wanted to print it?
Yeah.
I had it printing overnight and I woke up this morning and something tripped the filament runout sensor, which I've seen in videos before. It was only halfway, not even halfway done. It's sitting there waiting for me to change filament. I just woke up, hit continue, and now it's printing fine. So something caused an error with one of the filament runout sensors for no reason.
Could be just a bad connection or something rattling.
Yeah, it could be a bad connection. It could be a dodgy switch.
Yeah.
You could easily just turn off. You can go into the firmware and turn off filament runout.
Yeah. Well,
that will get you through it. You can do it now while it's printing.
I need to get the first video done, so I just need to get it to print. So
that's what I mean. If you go in now into firmware while it's printing, you can go in and you can turn off filament runout sensor.
But I shouldn't have to do that. It's a brand new $600, $700 printer. So
I agree. I'm just saying if it's a dodgy switch, which it could be,
yeah. If it keeps
turn it off in
happening,
the firmware to get through it.
I'll do that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. If you go over too much voltage, you will get too warm. But I think it's stuttering, which often indicates it doesn't have enough torque. Because when I help it, it completes the turn. So if you listen. But if I help, it's getting the torque it needs. So I think it just needs a bit more voltage.
The one thing about that belt printer, if you get it too loose, it's just going to sit there and spin. And if you get it, you need to make it too loose and see if it moves. And then slowly.
Oh, it is loose. It's already loose.
The back end. Oh, it's really loose?
Yeah. So it's torque.
Oh, okay. Wow.
What do you got for bearings on the actual rod that goes across?
There is bearings in there, yes.
Like fidget spinner bearings.
Yeah. Do I have them here? No, I don't have them here. I have some old ones lying around. they do work. The bearings are fine. So it's just the belt only. So I think what's happening is I need to up the VRES, but I do need a new stepper, a new voltage, a new multimeter, because the one I have does not have 2000K option on it. And I need a 2000K to measure them correctly.
I could just bump it up a little at a time until you get there.
No, because you could go overdo and you could blow your stepper chips. You'll overload the capacitors on it and you'll overload the stepper chips. It's a bad idea. You have to measure them as you adjust it, measure them, tweak it, and measure them. When you get to where you need, then you up it. The max rating, I think that the capacitor is set for 1.6 or 1.5, but the problem is it'll blow even as you approach that number. So they say 1.1 is even pushing it like 1,000 millivolts. If you go over that, you could end up damaging it. So they say keep it below 1. So a 0.9. I'm normally on a dual Z when they're running in series, you can bring it up to about 0.9. So I think I need up to VRES is what I need to do.
Should get one of these puppies, like $15 for a big old stepper motor driver, and these things will work with the standard signals that come out of a 3D printer.
Yeah, you relay they act as a signal relay. Yeah, I've seen those on bigger machines. On milliamps, yeah. No, volts. You're measuring voltage, not amps. Hey, this logo's hey, how are you? Yeah, yeah. So I need to up them. I think they're at 0.6 or 0.7 is what they're normally on an ender, but I do need to up them. And there is
his artillery belt. He didn't have to when he built his artillery.
But this is like the belt does move. Let me turn off them so I know motor enabled. So the belt moves. It's stiff because it's a new belt, but it moves.
What's the belt made out of? Is that like a big mouse pad or something? Or
The belt is actually it looks like it's nylon with a Built-Tech surface.
Yeah, like a big vinyl piece of vinyl, actually. But yeah,
Yeah. So this is this machine has the newer 2208 stepper chips on this machine, on this one. It's not the cog. The cog, they're standard. So I think I just need to upload the VREFs on it, but it works. There's no smoke. I will reattach the x-axis, and will I do that today? Maybe. See, the problem is that I probably will reattach the x-axis to it today. But I have some laser work I need to get done today anyway as well. So how's everyone doing anyway?
tired, still trying to wake up. As you can see, I don't look normal.
It's good for you to wake up early, Jerry. Get your day started good, right?
Actually, everybody other than you looks like we're zombies.
I'm an early morning person. Like my normal day is 5 a.m. On a weekend, maybe 6:37. 7 is kind of even me getting up late. That's kind of late for me on a weekend.
Yeah, it should just work because there's no resistance or anything. It should just work.
Yeah. Hey, Hutch. My voice is a little bit scratchy because I was talking all day yesterday at the museum, so my voice is a bit scratchy because of that.
Did you have a bottle of natural water to sip on while you were talking?
Yeah, I did, but it doesn't matter because you're using your vocal cords. But yeah, I'm fine, and I'm doing it again, not next weekend because next weekend is Easter. The weekend after that, I'll be doing it again. Man, weekday is 6 for me and 8 on the weekends. Yeah, no. I slept in this morning. I got out of bed at about 7 a.m. That was a sleeping for me. I go to bed early too. Yeah, I'm like an old man. Wait, I am an old man.
Like, what do? You get up and milk the cows, and then
No, I don't mean milk the cows. I live in the city. Can you show the belt motor and how it's? Sure, I can show you how the belt motor is set up. Let me just change cameras over 1 second.
Find that exploded. That'd be a good way to show it.
This is the setup. This is your stepper motor. There's a stepper motor mounted here, and these are slides, so you can actually move it for belt tension. And the belt is pretty tense. It's good. And then that goes on up into this large idler, which is then affixed with grub screws to this metal shaft. So this is the belt motion here. So it's a pretty straightforward setup. I think I just need to up the VREFs. That should fix it, I think. Yeah, but I think you need. I think the VREFs are low because you must remember. Normally, when it's moving as a Z rod, right? It's only turning a screw. There's no tension on that really. There's no weight on it. When you have a belt on it, you have a lot more pressure and weight that you have to compete against.
Oh, try switching the motor from the axis, one of the axes that is working, and see if it goes.
Oh no, the stepper motor is working because when I take the belt off, it spins fine.
Yeah, but see if the other axes might have a little more torque on them.
They wouldn't. They'd actually be lower. Their Z is normally, if anything, is going to be the highest. Wait, is it turn? You mean does it turn? It does turn. The belt actually moves. It all functions. It's all about tension, I believe, and like the belt hasn't even been broken in yet. So there's a bit of that. The belt is not tight. The belt is really loose at the moment.
He's talking about the little one.
I tried it in both. A little bit looser. We can try it, but I think if you get too loose, all it's going to do is skip. I can adjust it. Just give me a second.
Yeah, it could be putting some torque on the shaft there and making it rub or something.
Yeah, we can try it. me loosen these 4 screws up so I can move it forward.
Hey, while you're doing that, you mind if I show off a little bit? I got some.
Of course, go ahead. Well, this is more of a casual hangout anyway.
Okay.
Normally, I do other streams, other stuff like builds and stuff on weekends, but not today.
Now, let's see here. How do I share screen? There we are.
Bottom of the screen. There you go.
So, been working on something that's a little bit fun. I don't know if anybody ever uses OpenSCAD.
Yeah, I hate it. Sorry, I hate it.
It's the most Cody of the CAD softwares.
And I'm not a Cody person, so that's why I hate it.
There are people who absolutely love it, and then there's people who don't.
Yep, that's me.
But recently we had put out a bounty on getting OpenSCAD ported to WebAssembly. And this is OpenSCAD running in the web browser 100%. No install, no nothing. You just go to the website, and then you can run OpenSCAD stuff. So if I go to OpenSCAD, where they have all the examples, I can just grab an example and go ahead and run it.
No.
Good. Yeah, no. So loosening the belt didn't make a difference. Quick, someone took Jerry's runout sensor. I would go into the firmware and disable that runout sensor, Jerry. You can in the screen.
No,
Jerry's wearing glasses. Wow, bright future, Jerry.
I need the print to finish. I don't want to start disabling. I do the video. So, yeah, by the way, when you get this printer, automatically disable this because it's going to screw up. No.
Ooh, nice shades.
Yeah, there's something really cheap I found somewhere. Matt, one side is glued solid. It won't fold shut.
I hate these soft metals instead of being a hardened steel.
Making snowman?
Oh, I was just demoing the OpenSCAD.cloud website. We got this set up recently, so if
Sounds like Kim Kardashian, way shaped.
That's the comment of the day.
Okay, we need to get the champagne glass and
yeah, so it's not that, guys. So yeah, I need to. What do you mean by smaller wheel? It is running Marlin 2, and there is no current settings in the firmware on this, so I cannot change the current settings there. I checked the advanced settings already, and I didn't see anything in there. I'll double check again, but if these are 2208s, not 2209s, and I don't think they've enabled the option to change that. So go to control, restore fail safe, motion, temperature, main. There's only motion.
Furry's saying use a smaller wheel, which we don't have, but we haven't seen a working version of this printer yet. So we haven't seen anybody with the belt running normal that I know of. I haven't.
Yeah, the only options in here, there's no advanced option in the Creality firmware. This is the stock Creality. All they have in there are the options to do. They don't have the options in there to do your VREFs, to do your voltage.
Now, this is your first belt printer. You haven't tried a working one before you went.
No, I haven't. This is my first belt printer, and we just built it, and it's a build. So, and it's fine. It's a conversion from an Ender 3 to a belt printer. So, hey doctor, how are you? So what I'm going to do is I will get another multimeter. I'll pick one up later on today. I have to go anyway, and I will check that, and then I will wire up the bed and the thermistors and get that done. And if I can check later on that the bed is, I could probably even do that this morning, and because I just have to do a bit of soldering and that.
Sorry.
Actually, I won't even do soldering. I'm actually going to use these clips, these little clips to do them, so they can always replace it later on. Where's the fourth one? I had a fourth clip there. Of course, I dropped the fourth clip that I probably will need. It's for the bed thermistor, and I can't find the fourth clip. Okay, I have more. They're the little Wago clips, so they can take that voltage, no problem. You need a new bed and your CR10. Why? Why a new bed? Why? It's rare you'd have to replace the bed unless it's warped like a taco. So, what are the latest belts you're running on right now, Mike?
I'm still running the CR30 and the iFactory 1 beta unit I had gotten. But the little tiny baby belts there that Rob Mink has been working on, those have been trickling out to all the people who ordered them.
Oh, that's the one with the cloth belt, the really tiny ones. They're about this size.
Yeah. Oh, they're cute. They're a cute little printer.
The min bed temp error is probably a bad thermistor, so you don't have to replace your bed. You could probably replace the thermistor. Sorry?
Just untape it and put a new one on it.
Yeah, just disconnect the other one and wire in a new thermistor and use Captain tape to attach it to the bed. I recently changed out my thermistor and heater cartridge on the hot end, turn it back on, and that's when the min bed. So you may have damaged the cable there somehow, or did you get them mixed up, switched the wrong way around? But you can just wire in a new thermistor directly onto the bed and just cut the existing thermistors that's there, the wires, just splice them in, and you should be good.
It doesn't matter which way they're wired,
I know what I mean. Just splice them in, yeah.
They can't get them backwards.
Yeah, I think it's wires that's unplugged or loose. That does what it sounds like. But if it is a bad thermistor, you can just splice one into the existing wires and just use Captain tape to hold it onto the bed. So this is working. The belt is okay, so I just need to figure out about the VREFs, is my guess. Let me reattach this part. Unless somebody has any other ideas at what could be causing it, but I think it is VREF. So I think it is current is low. Yeah, I don't have any. Nobody has been willing to step up and ask me to review a belt printer. Yes, Mike. I would like to try the Infinity, the one from SainSmart. That looks like a nice little machine. Have you seen that? Mike?
Yeah, nice.
Is Mike frozen?
No,
he's alive.
He was reading something else.
What's going on? Yeah, I was looking at something.
Have you tried the Infinity?
I'd like to try it.
Have you tried the belt from SainSmart?
No, not yet. I would. I don't mind giving it a go, or if somebody else has one, I would certainly love to test it with our software. Make sure everything's all working nicey nice.
Yeah, I would. I'd like to try one as well. Nobody has stepped up to ask me to review a belt printer yet, though. And I want a belt printer for the Toys for Tots for this year. That's my big draw, is a belt printer for Toys for Tots.
Well, let me know when you want to get it queuing.
What?
I said, let me know when you want to get it queuing.
What do you mean a queuing?
Queuing. Yep. Hook it up to the internet. Make it so that it just prints out stuff.
Miller's Toys for Tots will be dedicated, so. Well, yeah. So you want me to join your system?
Well, you could use it privately. You don't have to go and make it public and accept money from people to print stuff for them.
Yeah, I'm one of these weird people that's never made money out of 3D printing. I've never made a penny out of it.
Well,
Most what I do is either practical prints for people, or I do a lot of charity stuff. So I have the Saintsman. You have the Saintsman, but I need to play with it. Okay, yeah, the Saintsman looks like a nice little machine. I like the look of it. It's tidy. They did some cool stuff, like they built in the all of your test code for leveling and so on is built into the printer. It's in the firmware. You just choose it out of the menu. They added it into the firmware. This got stuck. So, nothing else going on? If anyone wants to come in and join, guys, you're welcome to do so. I'll post a link. Hey, good morning, Subsector. How are you? Let me just paste in a link there if anybody wants to come in to join.
Hey, Carl.
Oh, by the way, I have a printer giveaway going on. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, if you do exclamation focus in chat, and it will actually get you the details. It gives you a link to a Facebook page, and it gives you the details how to enter. The entries have to be in by Wednesday, the 13th, this coming Wednesday. If you're not in by Wednesday, you will not be included.
Oh, that reminds me. I got to go and give away some filament at some point here. Who's doing giveaways?
I'm doing a printer giveaway, but it's not until it's finishing Wednesday, and I will announcing the winner on Saturday. And that's for a Focus it's a Focus Odin 5 F3 3D printer.
My weekly hangout was yesterday, Mike. That I do once a week.
You can give it away here if you want to. I have no objection.
Well, Jerry, you want to give away some filament on your stream, maybe in a week or so?
Sure. Yeah, I'll just advertise for it.
Yeah.
Let me know which Saturday, and I'll advertise for it.
Whatever Saturday you want, 3 spools of yellow.
Okay.
And I want to, if you want to just drop, auto drop 3D's launch of OpenSCAD.cloud.
Okay.
I'll have to go and dig up your PayPal.
Trying to win giveaways?
I'll get some links from you, and I can post everything and have it scroll on the screen in Twitch. Advertise, and then I can scroll the site.
So you're building it into. So you're accessing it. So when people log into their account on your system, they can design there, or is it just done in your website and then they have to create an account after the fact?
So right now, OpenSCAD.cloud allows you to design without pushing it to our cloud, unless you want to save it, right? Like you can go in there, you can play with it. You don't necessarily have to have an account, but if you want to save it and you have to make an account. That's fine, But we're not charging anything. It's all free.
Yeah, and then if any of you have print farms out there, especially stuff that like they have belts or anything that's easy to release parts and easy to run parts through multiple kind of prints. AutoDrop, Mike here they have a setup where you can actually you explain it. You do it so much better than I do. How about that?
Yeah, so AutoDrop has a website which allows you to set up your printers and make it so that your location shows up on a map. And then people can select your location and send their prints to your location. You have a little box connected to each printer, and if your printer has automatic ejection capabilities, that's awesome. If not, you can make it so that it just waits there for you to clear the bed and then start the next job. And it automatically charges the customer's credit card based on your material prices that you set up. And people can go and locally pick up their prints. That's the idea. And you could basically, if you have friends and family and whatever who are annoying you to use your printer all the time, you can basically set them up and make it so their credit cards need to be used.
It's not crowdsourced printing. It's making your printer available on the cloud so people can print and send jobs to your machine.
So you're playing video.
You want to run it?
Oh, if you want to, sure. Because this was kind of an early demo. This was before we added some different features to it. But yeah, absolutely. Why not?
It's a new website that's been set up.
Can you hear it?
With a version of
It's kind of echoey.
Yeah, we're getting double audio there, Jerry.
Let me mute my mic and try it.
And this is all inside the web browser. The way that this thing works is that we have the code editor over here on the left. We have the 3D view here on the right. And we have our file listing here. So I'm going to demonstrate a two-part OpenSCAD project. So I'm going to come over here, and this is an OpenSCAD project that has an include. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put this into my main.scad, and I'm going to also create another file called ring.scad, and I'm going to copy the contents for the other one in here. So I'm going to create a new file here. So this is now the ring.scad. I'm going to go and copy this, paste that in here. You'll notice that this is a nice little code editor. You can see the credits on the main homepage here. So I'm going to go and I'm going to hit run. It's going to take a couple seconds to run here.
Yeah, I'm a little twitchy with the mouse, aren't I?
It executes the file called main.scad, and it produces the output here. Now, if I go back over here, I can go and adjust this. So let's change this maybe to like 45. Hit run, give it a second, and it'll update.
So each file in SCAD is a component in your design.
It can be, but you can also have includes for making special things like special cutouts or
all on a Chromebook here. And I'm doing the screen recording, so it's kind of slowing things down a little bit. But this is basically the OpenSCAD code editor. You can edit it here. You can add multiple files. And you can view the output object here. You can also export an STL and download it. We have we can turn the solid on and off. We can adjust the transparency on the solid. We can turn on and off the wireframe.
Yeah, this was before we got the share button set up. So there's a share button now that you can basically just click, and it'll give you a link that you can let other people go and pull up your part. This was the gentleman who collected the bounty that we had posted for porting OpenSCAD to WebAssembly. So we always like to give credit where credit is due. There's his code that he released, which is all nicey nice.
Nice.
Yeah, we try to be good. Some of the stuff we do ain't open source, some of it is, and the stuff that's open, we try to support the people who are doing it.
So Miller Design wants to know: Are you looking for a beta tester for the Saint Smart printer?
Sure. You want to reach out to me on Twitter with a message? I could send you my phone number and we can walk you through it. Or
Hey, Bear. Yeah, so okay, like the same smart machines they actually have a bigger print volume, if I remember correctly, than the CR30 does.
Oh,
A
not a
little bit
problem.
bigger. Yeah.
They're all just numbers in a config.
I know, yeah, but I'm saying they are a little bit bigger. Its physical size has a little bit more print volume than the CR30, I believe.
Nice.
That's why I'd like to try the Sane Smart. Do you want to come in and chat, Bear, if you want to come in and join the conversation? I'll just paste the link there if anyone wants to come in and chat. I'm just going to do a hangout today, and I power this on. I know it works. I need to update the VREFs for the Z stepper, and then I have to finish off a little bit of cabling on it, and then I'll compile the firmware. I use OpenSCAD to make a model of two. Oh, I have to make two end stop mounts, one for the y-axis and one for the x-axis. I need to design them. I'll probably work on them later today if I have time.
OpenSCAD models. Printer on.
Hey, Bear.
Howdy ho, neighbors.
Hey,
How
that's a
was
fine
life?
beard.
Why, thank you. Not so bad yourself.
We only have one naked face on today.
Not well, almost.
I would say it's
Almost.
almost indecent, Cover up there.
No, I'm going on that. I'm going all out.
Liam likes being a baby face.
I'm a long way away from being a baby face. I have to say.
Well, it's Sunday. I'm trying to be nice. Anyway.
Why start now? Come on, why change the habit of a lifetime, Bear?
Well, I'm an old civilian now. I'm supposed to be nice to people. It's not my job to be mean.
You're nice because you're Canadian. That's the real reason. Come on, let's admit it.
Hey, Canadians are not
Canadians
nice.
don't complain. They just write letters.
Hang on. Canadians aren't nice. We are polite.
Oh, there is a difference there, isn't there?
We will tell you where to go, and then we will give you accurate instructions to get there.
What was the one? I had a thing once. Diplomacy is a woman telling a man to go to hell in such a way that he look forward to the trip.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right.
Or like the one I have in my office is everyone brings happiness. Oh, what happened to Mike?
We lost Mike.
He must have hit the wrong button.
Was it something?
The other one is everyone brings happiness into this room.
My mic was off. That's why I couldn't talk to him. I kept trying to talk to Mike, and like Lane kept interrupting, but my mic was muted still.
That is a
Hey Jerry, welcome to the conversation.
That's known as an I/O problem.
Hey
right?
Bear, how you doing?
Isn't that right, Bear? It's an I/O problem.
When you came on, Bear, I go, look, the Canadian Wookiee, and then you laugh. I thought, okay, he heard me. I didn't realize my mic was muted.
No. See, the problem was between the keyboard and the chair, Jerry.
Yeah, that's a pepcac.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back, Mike. How you doing?
Oh, I was
closing himself.
Closing out browser windows. Closed the wrong one. Whoops.
What I was saying, I was muted, Mike. Printed solid yellow, 3 rolls, USA only, right? Like we've done before?
Sure.
Okay.
So I have a question for you guys about resin.
Sure.
Have you guys done any experimenting with pigments and stuff?
I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're going to smoke it, right? You're talking like, what state are you in?
Not the powder, but
I'm in Canada, and it's all legal here.
I've done ink itself into my clear resin to tint it, and it comes out very light, and I've dumped a ton of ink in, and it screwed up the print. So the best way to stain it is to do a clear model. Once you're done with it, before you cure it, put ink dye directly on the surface and stain it that way, and then cure it, and then.
Oh, okay.
Well, let it soak in while it's soft.
Yeah, people online that have these really awesome prints are all different colors. They're putting ink on that after they print it.
Seen. Well, I have that, which is clear with green in it. Right? It looks greener in person, but yeah, it's a very pale green. I just tried putting some more in. I'm printing it again, seeing how it goes. This is going to be T-Virus vials from Resident Evil. So I bought a whole bunch of pigment. This is green. I'm going to do blue next. And
So you have a powder. You don't have an ink dye like regular ink.
No. What I bought was this resin pigment.
Okay.
Magic Fly resin
I'm talking
pigment.
about it's just regular ink. You buy it off Amazon. You get all different colors. They're little bottles of ink.
No. It's I picked it up pretty cheap though. It was like $20 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, you can add dyes to them as well, but
For 20 different
Like I
pigments.
said, the dyes are very light, and if you use too much, it screws up the resin. Let me show you what I do. Let me show you what I got.
Because I've done a fair bit of work with clear resin. But instead of buying a whole bunch of
Something like this, Bear.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's very similar to what I got, actually. I got that.
Okay. And these aren't made for resin. They're just made for whatever projects you're working on.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of people online and on Twitter that they're applying the dye after the fact. You have to look them up. I assume they're applying the dye before they cure it, and then then they cure it, obviously. But that's why I bought those. I just never messed with it.
Yeah.
Other than putting it in the resin, which didn't work very well for me.
Well, I imagine it's just you have to get that just right ratio.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with it. What I'm doing is I'm building up tools so that when I get an order or if the inspiration takes me, I'll have tools here that I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. So that's the plan anyway.
that's a good idea. So anybody else want to come in and join the conversation? It's open. The link I've already posted. If you don't see it, let me know. But I was going to do just a bit of a hangout this morning because I wasn't doing anything special.
Liam,
Hopefully
you're
next
always
week I'll be able to
special.
do first print on this. All going well. Say that again, Bear.
I said you're always special, Liam.
Shark bus special, maybe.
Whee! So I was having a problem there for a while where I couldn't find inspiration. I didn't have any client prints to do, and I couldn't think of what to print. And it's a funny thing. I can't just print for the sake of printing. There has to be a reason. There has to be some sort of a project, right?
Yeah, same for me.
So I ended up doing that just in gray, and that came out really nice. I liked it. So then I figured that's what got me on. Well, maybe I'll get some pigment and see what I can do.
Yeah,
Because ideally I'll put an LED underneath to shine up.
Well, then you don't want to make it too dark.
Well, that's just it, right? The only thing, and that's the thing. Do I put a green LED to make it greener? In which case, I could just make it clear, and I can change it from green to blue, so it's the T-Virus or it's the antidote.
Oh, you know what would be fun is if you were to take it and make it so that it was hollow and then allow people to switch out the color of the liquid that was within it.
That would be interesting. That would be really interesting, actually.
You know, you could even make it so that there is a stream, a small little reservoir on each end, and make it so that if you flip it over, it changes from one to the other by using two non-mixing liquids that are dyed. Like you could use maybe brake fluid and water or something.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought. The engineering part of my
avenues
brain
of
is
inspiration
starting
there
to-
for you, Bear.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing you guys aren't here because you'd smell the smoke. So.
Oh, you mean all the gears turning?
Yeah. All right, there we go. So. Cool.
Don't strain yourself. We don't want you straining yourself.
Yeah, I got you. Actually, it's funny. That's the artwork that I've been doing, but I got some functional printing done too. I just
Stand for
printed that.
for your inks.
Yep,
Very nice.
that was how long was that? That was 19 and a half hours to print that.
As one piece? I assume it's multiple parts, right?
No, it's all one piece. I printed it on its back like that.
Oh, okay.
Right. And I added in supports for right here. Other than that,
You wouldn't need support for that small space for FTM.
well,
that should bridge. Yeah.
Really? Well,
Yeah, that should bridge.
it
The only
could.
time you need support for the length, it's a lengthways are not touching, but that should bridge. You should bridge, and that's only about an inch or so. That should bridge easily.
Should.
Yeah.
I put them in there anyway. It came out a little bit prettier. So
Okay. Yeah. Normally for that size, you shouldn't need supports.
shouldn't.
In most cases, it's up to you, but I'm just saying, generally, for something that small, I wouldn't use supports for that because it should be able to bridge. Like I've seen bridging of 3 or 4 inches easily. So an inch should not be an problem. As long as you have optimal settings and your temps are not too high and your fan cooling is on, you should be able to bridge that easily.
Yeah. Well, it's a habit, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying.
Every time I go to slice, every time I see blue, I go, "Oh my god, I need support."
Wait a second. I don't see any weird hats here.
What do you mean by weird hats?
Well, he was talking about his habit.
And we let him on the stream. Like, come on. We got no standards whatsoever.
Very droll, good sir. Very droll.
Here's some extreme bridging.
No, there's bridging, yeah.
That's extreme. No supports.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of stringing inside where it wasn't really tight, but that's a huge area. That's like 7-8 inches across, 7 inches. And that's crazy to do that. But yeah, Bear, I do the same thing on something like that. I put supports in. Why not? It's not much filament. And if it screws up, then you got to start over and reprint it. But yeah, that was crazy on Mr. B's, Fidelli's droid here that you could bridge that far without it screwing up.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
But that's the side of a well-tuned printer, though.
True. Well,
if you can bridge like that, Jerry, it's on you have your settings really optimized for really running well for that material.
Yeah.
So, I just set up the X-axis belt. It's working now. The tension is decent on that, so I'll have to just tension up the belt on that in a moment.
I've been out of the loop for a bit. Have you? Is your belt conversion complete now, or?
I need to still do a bit. I need to do a small bit of wiring left. I have to set up the bed heater, and I need to figure out. I need to up the VREFs on my Z axis because it's not moving the belt like I hoped it would. It seems to be it's kind of getting stuck. So I think I need to up the VREFs a little bit. And if that's not the case, then I need to figure out why I'm just getting stuck and address it.
Seen. Cool. Right on.
But other than that, it should be. It's the majority of it's done.
Nice.
And it works. Well, the axes all move and so on, except the Z, which I know. And then I have to do the firmware for it, which is sitting down some evening and just compiling firmware for it.
The fun part.
It's not that hard. There's already design. There's already for this machine and even this board. There's already the open source files out there. I just need to take the existing firmware for the machine, change the X, Y, and Z axes and details on it, set it for a Z belt, and I need to disable the Z end stop so it doesn't look for a Z end stop. Because when you home it and then the start G code will be home XY. It will never home Z, ever.
Right.
So you just put that into the start G code when you start a print job. It'll home XY. And you never use the auto home all. You just home X and Y. You never in the menu. You never auto home all, or you have to go in and change the advanced.
Well, you remove the Z from the auto home all.
Sorry.
You got to just remove the Z from the auto home.
Yeah,
alt
you
command.
in the advanced in the conf page advanced. You just go in there and you take the Z out of it. So
Hashtag it out
hashtag what out?
in the firmware for the Z.
Yeah. It's it just commented out. Yeah. But I had a whole pile of followers in recently, which is great. I'm at 200. Oh, I didn't realize I'm at 299 followers already.
Hey,
Cool.
look at you.
299.
Are you
Hold
I
on,
need-
let me-
I need
you
one
do a
more.
giveaway
Mike, are you
for
following me
300?
on Twitch?
Oh, on Twitch? No, I don't Twitch.
You need to get on Twitch and you follow.
Well,
I need to get that.
I
to
spaz
300.
a little bit, but twitching is not. No.
You realize
Come on,
you're
get
twitching
twitchy
right
with me.
now.
Oh, wait a second. Is this Twitch?
Yeah, you're twitching
Well,
thought
right
I'm
this
now.
streaming on
YouTube.
Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube right now. I'm streaming to all three.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll buy that.
Clutches pearls. Oh my goodness, you're not.
Oh,
I just
no.
realized I'm at 299. One more is all I need to reach 300.
Well, I've already followed.
Who's out there watching and not following? Come on, someone has to hit that button and be number
If you
300.
want more followers and you don't multi-stream, and then you don't ever get in trouble with Twitch, and everybody's on Twitch. People will come over if they like you and they want to see you. Why does it matter where they log in at?
Yeah, but if they don't like them and they don't subscribe, you lose all those extra subscribers.
Yeah. Well, do videos on YouTube and do live streams on Twitch is what I do.
But I'm doing both because I'm trying to get people to transition because there's a lot of people who are still on YouTube. Like Des Logos, he's on YouTube. Print Prawn, he's on YouTube, not on Twitch. There's a couple of guys out there who are actually who are out there, and I'd like to get them to migrate over onto Twitch so I can do more and more and more on Twitch. I do a lot more on Twitch anyway. No, don't make another account. Thank you, Mega Chips, for the offer, but you don't have to create another account just to be number 300. But thank you. I'll get there. It's just one more person, and I'll probably get there today or tomorrow. But it's cool. I didn't realize how close I was. So close to the 300. I think my the printer giveaway, because the printer giveaway, one of the requirements is to follow or subscribe to Facebook, and follow on Twitch. So that has helped as well to get the additional. You're over the 300 mark, aren't you, Jerry?
I don't know. I have to look. I'm just reading your chat.
Free. How are you? I haven't flushed out my account yet. You've already followed. I know you have. Yeah. So if anyone wants to come in and join the conversation, I can just, as I said, we're just doing a casual hangout. There it is. K2, you're going to get somebody on Twitter to follow me. Cool. We'll reach the 300 mark today.
Ooh.
So
I got 269 followers on Twitch.
Okay. Yeah, I think the reason why my numbers are dropping because of the giveaway, and that'll probably drop down again when the giveaway is over next
I
weekend.
got 29 subscribers.
Yeah, and so I'm going to be doing some. I might live stream some of the stuff I'm doing this afternoon. I'm going to be doing some stuff with that foam rubber that I'm going to be doing some laser testing with, to see how it goes. Oh, you're on Twitch as well. Okay. So I'll be doing some testing on that. So I'll probably live stream that testing to see how it goes. I've been asked to do some engraving on foam rubber. It's a dense foam rubber, and I've never engraved it before. So I'll have to get really fast speeds and really low settings to see if I can engrave it or not. No, I'm already affiliate.
It's a matter. Isn't it just a matter of doing raster printing instead of vector printing?
No. The CO2 laser is way more powerful than a diode laser.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'll have to do a test on my. I want to do it in the CO2 because it's faster.
Oh, what do you have? Did you get a K40 or something, or what did you
I've
get?
had one for over a year now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's right behind him where he is.
You can't see it because it's in the way, but it's right here.
But-
Yeah, that is definitely difficult to see.
Ooh, Blade Bomb Z, you just became number 300.
Hey!
Cool, thank you, sir.
There we go.
I
Congratulations.
assume you're a sir. Thank you for the audio, Jerry.
So Liam, what I was saying was I've used the laser on foam before, right?
A diode or a CO2?
CO2, 60
Okay.
watt CO2.
K2 sent me got to run Blaze Bomb Z. Thank you.
Yeah,
I had
you.
I used to run a Versa laser.
No, you didn't. We're not doing any giveaways today. I was just one away from the 300. That's why K2 sent out a message. And
There you
thank
go.
you for subscribing, for following the channel.
You
Now
want a
we're
hug
looking-
from
we
Liam
just-
whenever you meet him at Murph, he'll give you a hug, Blaze Bomb. But no.
Oh, Murph. Who's
Liam's
gonna be
giving
at
out free
Murph?
hugs. There you go.
Free hugs. I'll go around Murph wearing a sign, free hugs.
Is everybody here going to be at Murph this year?
I'm going to be going just for the Saturday only. I'm going to, because it's 3.5 hour drive, I'm going to drive down for the Saturday morning.
Just get a
They're
room.
What?
Get a room. Hang out.
No, you're not my type. I'm not going to get a room with you. You said get a room.
Emotional damage.
I'm hoping to go to Earth, but I live out on the eastern side of the continent, so Murph's too far away for me. Earth is within striking distance.
Yeah, so it's a 3.5 hour drive for me, roughly. So I leave, or I'll probably it opens at 9 in the morning. I'll probably get out. I'll probably leave here at 6 in the morning. Jump in the truck, drive down. I'll be there, but just after it opens, spend the day there, and then just drive back. It's
I
in
heard
June.
it's a
It's going to be bright and
free-for-all.
late, so driving over and back is not a problem.
Yeah, I heard it's going to be a free for all. Just like bring your stuff and toss it on a table and have fun.
I might bring. Murph is actually in Ohio.
Saganaki says they need one in Las Vegas. Yes, they will.
Ohio,
Oh
Indiana,
no, Illinois. Is Illinois? Forgive me. sorry.
Indiana.
Is it Indiana? Okay, it's
wouldn't
3.5
Murph and
hours
Las
drive
Vegas
for me. I don't
be
care where it
worse?
is.
Goshen, Indiana, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yeah,
job.
Amish country, horses shitting on the road and everything.
Yeah,
They should have one in Las Vegas. I'd be there every year.
wouldn't Murph in Las Vegas be a WRF?
I don't know.
Or a larf.
No, a LARF. Oh, the Western Rep Rap Festival, right? That's what.
Yeah, so I'm going to go drive down there.
Jerry, there's a project
Holiday.
for you.
Jerry's not rich. He can't make it happen.
Yeah,
No,
but
no,
you can get other people to contribute and make the event happen.
Organize a WRF, buddy. There you go.
You could be a face for it. You could organize things.
Start off in a small community center, and then build it from there.
That's how they all start.
I think you get a lot of people who in that area.
And then in a few years, when it gets really popular, sell out to corporate interests. Everybody will hate you, but you'll be rich.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, how are you?
Printer Prom, what's going on?
Howdy.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Getting ready for work.
Ah, fun.
Work on a Sunday. Sacrilege.
Wait a second. Do you have like some kind of a studio apartment? Because that looks like a nice setup.
He's muted.
He is.
Dude, you're muted.
Very muted.
You're muted. Where's that button? Where did that button go?
Bottom
Oh,
left
somewhere.
corner.
Which monitor am I looking at? What's going on here?
See if I can unmute you.
Okay, there we
There you
go. Sorry, I had to mute the other window. It was just constant echoes. Yeah, I got a loft.
Nice.
Sweet.
That's pretty cool.
It is
Okay.
actually the loft in Deep Ellum where they printed the original, or they sewed the original Apollo patches. This building's like 150 years old.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
I didn't think they faked the moon landing that far back. I thought it was only like 50 years ago or 60 years ago.
Well,
Oh,
see,
no.
no, they didn't. See, what happened was they had a studio all set up, but the director insisted that they were going to record it on site, so they actually did go to the moon.
Yeah, it was a Stanley Kubrick movie, wasn't it?
You like that
Had to be on
response, Mike?
location or not at all. Oh my god!
They had to do it on location. He
You didn't
insisted-
see that video of the moon where they're jumping around, the cat's in the background running across the mountain really fast?
No, I never saw that one.
You're lucky you get a whole loft. I get like a quarter of my basement.
Well, I have another small room like this, kind of like off to the side here. But other than what you see here is mostly what I use, and I
What's up,
have
Ben?
another area for storing other stuff. Hey Ben, how are you? What's the old textile buildings? Yeah, those old textile buildings are they're stone, so they're really strong.
Yeah. When I get my laser, I'm going to upgrade my whole ventilation system, and I'm going to start creeping out and taking more and more of the area that I'm in.
No, just cut hemp-based products. It'll be fine.
What you do is you set up the walls in the basement, and so they're mobile, right? And each week you move it an inch back and then lock it in place. They won't notice. It's like the frog in the water, you know. If you put a frog in hot water, he'll jump up, and he just slowly turn up the temperature. He'll sit there.
Yeah. Duff, oddly enough, I am a Canadian submariner. I have lived a good portion of my life in red lighting. The reason for the red lighting in my workspace is I'm doing resin printing, and I stream the printer, so I leave the cover off, and red lighting does not is at a different wavelength than what would cure the resin.
I have LED lights in my resin room. I leave the cover off when I time lapse it, and it doesn't hurt it. It's very bright. And I got a ring light. I got a ring light aiming on it to keep it really bright.
I've got full spectrum LEDs.
So that's because they give off UV. Yeah.
Okay.
The real reason why there's red lighting there is Bear's house is known as the red light district. That's the reason.
Hey, easy. No, honestly, it actually, it's. I find it much better. I've gotten used to just sitting in red lighting. That it's comfortable for me. I can sit here for a long time and concentrate and work. So I work from home too. So this is my day job workspace as well, right?
Yeah, I have the same. When I don't need white light in my office, I actually have a red light strip that's actually over my desk that I turn on. I prefer the red light over anything else. It's easier on the eyes.
I get grumpy in main light.
No, really?
Well, here's the thing. I've spent a considerable amount of time in the far north, right? And you have 6 months of light, 6 months of dark.
Isn't that how you go insane?
Some people do.
It does affect the mood, actually.
Yeah,
the depression is a big issue in the northern states and all the northern countries.
Yep. And for me, I found that I'm much happier in the dark. During the light, I actually get a little grumpy. Now, what happens to a lot of people is because it's light outside, they can't sleep. So they go into I forget what the term is, but they end up like staying awake so long that they eventually just.
If you black out the window, that should work fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. We have a station in the far north. It's called Alert, and it's actually the most northernly permanently inhabited place on the planet, right? And say there's blocks on the windows and the whole bit. Everybody is much happier with you. Wow!
So
Shots fired,
there is no punches pulled there.
So what's up? Is there like a high prevalence of garlic allergies or anything like that?
What?
For me in particular?
Well, for all the people who are allergic to the sun and whatnot.
No, that's the thing, and they're not all vampires. Only some of them, I'm sure.
No, yeah, I only bite people if they bite back.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you have to think about that one, didn't you? I knew you. That's
I'll
why
bite you, but only if you promise to bite me back. You know, it's got to be a copacetic thing.
Yeah, I saw the movie in summer. That was a good movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hey, Vincent, how you doing
today. I agree.
Okay. been tinkering around with my water cooling system. I built it in the PC.
Hey,
Vincent got a head shave.
I meant to ask you, do you know if Mechanic Simulator has a multiplayer function or?
Which mechanic? Because you got a couple of different ones.
The Auto Mechanic Simulator 2018
No,
that you were streaming the other day, doesn't?
single player.
Have you tried the 2021 yet?
No, not yet because I didn't have the video card.
Oh,
Now,
okay, yeah.
I built a new video card in here and been tinkering with. I finally got my virtual cam working again. Take a look here.
Oh,
See?
look at that! Very nice.
Yeah, I'm working
Look
toward
at you with
getting a new
fancy
machine.
transitions and the whole bit. Hey.
Oh, look at this. This is all super fancy. Fancy with a PH.
There you go.
So what I need to do now is save up for a new PC case because the one that I got is mostly for server use.
Quit taking your driver's test for a couple times, and then you'll have the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you have a finite number of times that you can take that and then you're just done?
No, it's unlimited.
No? Okay.
It's only when you got you pass for the written exam.
Yeah.
Then you got a year and a half for passing your driver's license. So your physical test.
Okay.
Yeah, and after that, you have to go back and do the written exam again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's Norway that I'm thinking of. I have a friend of mine. Years ago, she was going for her driver's exam, but in Norway, to be a licensed driver, you pretty much have to be a professional ice racer.
Man,
right? It's ridiculous what they have to
the
know.
license here is crazy.
Yeah, but she was telling me that you only have 3 tries at it. If you fail it 3 times, well, this is Norway, right? But if you fail it 3 times, that's it. That's it. They say
take a taxi.
You're never getting a license.
So Ben,
holy cow!
The printer is all the axes are moving. The only one is Z is getting a little stuck, even though the belt is loose. And I think what it is my VREFs are low on the board, and my multimeter doesn't have a 2000M option, so which I need to set the VREF. So what I'm going to do is I'll get a new multimeter, and I will set up the VREFs to about 900. From what it is by default are around 7 normally. So I need to up the VREF to give it more torque, and then I'll play around to see if that doesn't work, then I'll have to do some exploration as to why it's getting stuck.
Yeah, Liam, I've almost got it fine-tuned. Still need a little bit of bed leveling.
Oh, that's for Stargate.
Yeah, this is a test print with 0% infill, but I took out the TL smooths that were blown up. That's why it was making so much noise.
Oh, wow.
I heard they were going to be continuing that, like since Amazon bought them or something.
Blown two chips.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, that would do it.
And this is
hey Jacko, how are you?
Hey Jacko.
Hey,
yeah, so I still need to do some bed leveling. Looks like it's a little bit pressing into the print. It's too close.
Yeah, but that's easy enough to fix though.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm almost
there. down south, Jacko. We hear some European countries maybe back in the Soviet days for driver's license.
They have basic mechanical knowledge.
Possibly.
That's mandatory.
You should.
That's mandatory. You need a couple of things to know about your car, otherwise you will not pass your exam.
The one thing here's the one thing they need to do for drivers, for every driver on the planet, right, is to pass your driving test. You need to be able to change the tire in your car.
Yeah, that's one.
Too many people out there have no clue how to change a tire. Out of everything, out of anything you do, out of all the engine, whatever, right?
No. That doesn't work.
Know how to change a tire.
That doesn't fly. Think about how many people would lose their jobs because now there's people who know how to change their tires. Come on, it's a make work program.
No,
mandatory.
I'm sorry. You have to know how to. Well, now you have to put a donut on. In the US, most cars do not come with full tires; they come with donuts. So you have to put a donut on to get there, so they can actually repair the tire and then put it on. So you're
no. Come on, think of all the tow truck drivers who would be out of business. Think of the
changing a
children.
tire. Come on.
If they ask
Sorry.
less money, I will tow my.
I don't know if you're trying to
my
convince
vehicle.
yourself, Mike, or me, but it's not working.
You don't want a professional to change your tire for you? Come on, they're
No.
going to put DRM in the tire and make it so you need to have like some special fancy key to unlock it and take it off.
Taking
3D
that mentality means I have to. I should never learn how to mow the lawn either.
Wow.
Yeah. Kenneth says, don't forget to tell somebody for the blinker fluid. Yeah, I will do that.
Or you could just drive a BMW and have run flats, and you don't have to worry about it.
So,
got
Jerry,
a
what
phrase-
were you saying? I'm sorry.
We got a phrase for BMW, but I cannot pronounce it because it's in Dutch.
Now here's the thing.
Jerry, what were you trying to say a moment ago?
That's fine. We already covered it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't agree with what you said, Mike.
Oh, come on. The right to repair is dead. They're going to be making it so that you have to go to the dealer comes to you, and you just pay a service fee every month for your car to operate. Don't worry
that's why
about
you got
it.
I'll get a push bike then.
Yeah, and that's why you got hackers. That's the same with
If I can't do stuff myself,
electronic
then
electronic motorbikes.
Sorry.
It's the same issue. If you got a problem with your motorbike, you have to go back to the shop, and I think there's supposed to be a law about that. Now
Yeah, there is. It's called you got copyright laws, so you can't go and get the tools and the stuff that you need to make and fix your thing. Only professionals deserve that, right?
make it cheaper then people will go to the store and let it fix professionally.
That's a great point, Vincent.
Because if you buy all your savings for like
If you need your
a
thing
Vespa,
fixed, go to Bear's house.
€3,500 for a good Vespa here.
If you need
And
your
if
what fixed,
somebody
Eric?
wants to repair,
Well, they're
it,
talking
it will
about if
cost
you
a
need
lot of
your
money.
thing fixed, you got to go here and go there. I said if you need your thing fixed, just go to Bear's house and ask her printer got it. But
I heard it, yeah.
Well, I'm
Actually,
not
you needed a Toyota, and they could disable your car if you didn't pay on time, and it would drive itself back to the dealership.
And that's
Well,
why I
that's
hate the system.
convenient. They don't even have to go and hire a tow truck driver. It's cheaper for the person who has their car repossessed all around.
Yeah,
I'm
But
with you.
how do you think somebody can do that with your 3D printer? If somebody your printer gonna break down and you have to send it back because it's mandatory because you're not allowed to fix it.
Don't worry, you're going to have to register your 3D printer here soon enough because of all the gun people and how scary they are.
Then you still can make it yourself. It's the same with the drones.
No, you can't. No, it's going to be arrestable. If you don't have a registered and licensed 3D printer, you're going to get
What?
thrown in the slammer
What are
because
you
you're an
talking
evil
about?
person.
No way. No way.
Don't worry, it'll happen soon enough. It's
obvious
terrible.
troll is obvious.
Yeah, I think there's one part that he's got a point. With the 3D printing gun stuff, yeah, that's the point.
No,
Because, in the Netherlands, it happened a couple of times already.
here's the thing.
Yeah, wait until you got to go and register all your 3D printers. They're going to go making it so that you have to pay a license every year for your drill press. Don't worry about it.
Well, if they go to do that, then they'll start have to registering beards as well, Mike.
Registering beards. Oh,
And then where does it stop? PC building.
I mean, it's a slippery slope.
Exactly.
I like that.
Orange tip on the printer. That's perfect.
He's gone.
That's
No,
funny.
you know what it is? All slicing software is going to become cloud software.
Oh,
So everything you slice is going to be monitored. And if you slice something that's a weapon, they already have. They don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to get your 3D printers license because
okay.
you just have to
see.
monitor
As
at
long as-
one point.
As long
Yeah,
as
but
they're centrally controlled, right? And they'll send the self-driving Uber with the police lights on it to pick you up from your house when you've printed something naughty.
But that's going
No.
to be a difficult thing.
No. You see, in the future, all houses are going to be modular. So when it happens,
Oh, they'll just move your cell.
no. They won't even do that. Your house becomes your prison.
They'll just lock the doors.
You just end up getting locked into your house.
If your printer's not registered, you'd have to probably put some sort of a rubber on the hot end so it couldn't reproduce.
There you go. See?
Oh boy.
The
This
singularity
conversation
has
took a
happened.
nosedive a while ago.
Freezing coming from
Singularity
my
has
house.
happened. Printers are making other printers already.
Yep.
So it's, the
Would
future's
you
here,
say
my
that they're
friends.
breeding?
Look at all the Pruses. That's how they make them.
Pruses make other Pruses. That's
God's much the same.
that's all
You know,
that it is.
that would be. I wonder whether banning the reproduction of printers would run afoul of genocide laws, because that is one of the things
They're
that
not
you can't
sentient, though.
affect.
They're not sentient.
I'm thankful
yet.
that Proust is not
I
based
was
out.
lying.
Let Jerry speak, guys. Go on, Jerry.
I'm thankful that Proust is not based out of the Ukraine, because Russia would have probably already blown up their factory and stole everything.
That's true.
Good
I
chance.
don't know, yeah.
Good chance.
I was reading in a newspaper today that they basically want to do it mandatory if you're living in like a 4-bedroom apartment with 2 people, that you're mandatory to leave people in your house to give them shelter. They want to do a law here
what?
in the Netherlands. They want
What
to
is it
make a
again?
law. They want to make a law here in the Netherlands. Basically, if you got more rooms like this one, is only used for the workspace. So basically, you have to take everything out, and I gotta give them shelter if they come here. They want to do
Anybody?
that, but yeah, basically a fugitive out of
Well,
war zone.
Refugee.
not
Yeah.
fugitive.
Yeah,
Refugee.
there's two
Refugee.
there's
Big
two
difference.
words that
Big
go in there. It's no way and no how, because
Exactly.
there's
That's a big
no
issue
way
that is
you
going
should be
on.
allowing somebody into your home that you do not know.
Yeah, there's a big issue that is going on here because somebody found a law about 67 years ago that people forgot about it. That's still mandatory here, but people are like giving the middle finger. That's not going to
Yeah,
happen.
there's laws everywhere. In every country, there's laws that are outdated. Like there are laws saying that you and like silly old laws saying that like you can't walk. If you're walking down the street after 6 p.m. on a Thursday evening, you have to have a goat with you. There are stupid laws out there like that. They're really old laws, and they're ignored because they're ridiculous.
So on that note, I'm going to hop off.
It
It was great chitter-chattering here.
He started it otherwise.
Nice to meet everybody.
Mike gets things good for
Hey,
you.
Mike, is it okay that I'm only streaming on Twitch now? I won't be on YouTube next week. I stream on Twitch.
I don't care. Hit me up on Twitter, and
Okay.
I'll get you
I'll get with you on Twitter.
Whatever the giveaway is.
All right.
Okay.
During the week, I'll get with you on Twitter.
Okay, cool. Right.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Mike.
Yes, I was thinking around. I finally just had my Cooler Master water cooling system in there, and I finally got it running. But I was scared that the temperature went up, so I was checking it out, but it was 37 degrees. Yeah.
I was looking up some of those silly old laws. There's one here that says it's illegal to drive a camel on the highway.
Yeah.
These are real laws, and they exist.
Well, yeah.
You know, I was talking with a friend of mine the other day, and here's the thing: legislators can make whatever law they want, literally whatever law they want, right? If it's against the constitution of whatever country, it stays a law until somebody challenges it, and then it's struck down. At the same time, there's a lot of these antiquated laws that, unless it's taken off the books, it just stays there in perpetuity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you do something and somebody goes looking, and then all of a sudden you're charged with some ridiculous law, you're like, what? What do you mean I didn't have my goat with me?
It's illegal to paint a ladder.
See?
So there's a lot of really ridiculous laws out there, the really old laws that nobody ever got rid of.
Yeah.
And they're funny. Some of them, like I think there was a TV show once that used to cover a lot of these, and they cover different ones in different countries, and some of them were just there.
Well, every once in a while you see ridiculous posts, and you're like, what? Wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sure.
Yeah. So these are the ones that are in my PC, in my water cooling system.
Ooh, pretty.
Prismatics. Yeah. Bought this one,
pretty. Well,
4 of them. They're usually around 30 euros each, and I got them
Get
for
them.
15. So I was lucky I get them for cheap.
Nice.
I'm tinkering around with the settings, but it's running.
Yeah,
Printer is
there's a
running.
lot out of the UK.
Okay,
What's up? We're just hanging out. I test the axes on the belt printer and they actually move. So Z's getting a little stuck. I think I need to update the VREFs on it. So the belt is a little bit stiff, but other than that, everything is functioning. I have a bit more tweaking to be done, but and so I have to create end stops for the X and the Y axes. I have to create mounts for them, which should be easy enough. And other than that, we should be good. I do have to compile firmware for it as well, but using the stock firmware, it does move. The axes do function. So, hey Blasto, how are you? What's that, Vincent?
That's the water cooling. Yeah, I'm still tinkering with the settings. Hold on. Get back again.
Listen, guys, I gotta run.
Okay.
I am being dragged elsewhere, but thank you for inviting me in. You guys have a great Sunday, and I will see you this week. Hopefully. Take it easy, everybody.
Ciao.
Yeah, so basically, this case that I got, the Coach Moose case, is not proper setup for water cooling system, so I have to buy a different case in the near future.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, 1 second, Vincent. The reason why the CR30 are slow is because every layer is a first layer.
That's true.
Every single layer is a first layer on the belt printer. So you always print the very first line you ever draw per layer is always at the first layer speeds. Sorry about the Twitch ads. Like I cannot turn them off. I can set them to the maximum, which I've done. So the way it is after the first 30 minutes it does an ad, and then it will every hour it does it. That's the way I have it set up. Jericho is asking, is that a Hallett one you have in the background, Vincent?
But the resin printer.
Yeah.
No, that's Focus Lab Proxima 6.0. And the other one is a Washington Q Station Anycubic and the 3 Pro.
Oh, okay. You can speed it up a little bit, but there is you're still doing the first layer. So you should always print the first layer because you need it to stick to the bed. You always have to do it slower for layer adhesion. So you're by default a belt printer will print fine. It'll print really long, but it's naturally designed to print slower because you're always doing the first layer every single time. Even though it's at 45 degrees, the very first layer you're doing along the bottom is a first layer.
I need to run, guys. I'll talk to you later, all right?
All right, Jerry.
Everybody have a good day. Take care.
Take care, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So, guys, here's a link if anyone wants to come in and join in.
Okay, I got a new issue. Is it normal
well,
for
that's a long list.
is it normal for Octoprint to stop out of itself?
Say that again?
Octoprint just stopped working.
Octoprint stopped?
Yeah, and it just reset it and stopped printing.
I've actually had that issue recently. I don't know if it was one of the plugins updated, but all I could do to fix it was restart Octoprint, and then it would print fine. But it's happened 4 or 5 times.
He put the nozzle back to the home position and then stopped completely. And the ender says on the display off, printer off. That's a new one for me.
Yeah, you updated an Industry V2 and the first time you ever heard of silent drivers. Yeah, they're kind of quiet. So, yeah, it's a vast difference. You hear more fans than you hear the motion, whereas with the old 8-bit boards, all they do is they move around and they serenade you, they sing to you as they move. Whereas on the 32-bit, the 32 bits with the 2208s or whatever or higher, yeah, that's kind of quiet. Like this has silent drivers. I think most of my machines,
that's weird.
Not all, but most of my machines have silent steppers. My Ender 5 Plus used to have an 8-bit board. I did put a 32-bit board in it, and it's night and day in comparison.
Okay. That's weird. The Octoprint just shut itself completely off. The Pi is nowhere to be found.
Oh, try rebooting it. It could be a bad SD card too.
That may be because I'm using this one for a long time already, so that can be.
Well, I don't have a CR30, but like on any Bell printer, for me, it's about repetitive prints rather than long prints. It's this printing the same part, a little effort has sold me. That's the big thing for me.
Yeah, this is the first layer, bottom layer.
Oh, it's on glass.
Yeah,
Nice.
so no warping. Still need some fine tuning, but
See what's going on here. Just shy of 10 in long. Okay, that's not long. Let's see. So yeah, the only reason why I was decided to try the bell printer was for repetitive prints, because in June, probably May or June, I think it's June, May or June, the Toys for Tots will be starting up again for this year. So put a big spool on this and hit go on this, so they keep printing as long as it prints well. Otherwise, it just wasted them $99 because that's all it costs anyway. So, so that's what I'm going to be using it for. Maybe set up 3 or 4 different toys, different designs, one behind the other, and then set it to repeat. So I'll print each of them and then repeat, rinse, repeat over and over and over again. And that would be my goal.
It's telling me the print doesn't fit on the volume, and it does fit in there, and it fits in the slicer.
What tells you that?
Octoprint.
Go in and check your settings to make sure it's set for the right print volume.
Yeah, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, check it out.
Excuse me. So, what are you working on, Printer Prawn?
Oh, let me grab it real quick. Yeah. Besides the laser cutter, which I'm picking up my new power supply later today, I've got to wire one of this guy's up with some LEDs in it.
Well, nice.
And it actually ties into your Wi-Fi or phone app. It's sound responsive. I got my neighbor who sells these for me for about $50 a piece.
Sweet. So, what happened with your laser cutter? What type of laser cutter is it?
Oh, it's home built. It's a NG. I know it's only like 7.5 watt output module, but it's 3 foot by 3 foot. I got it all together and using an old power supply for one of my old printers. Wouldn't power on, put the meter on, it's only kicking out 3 volts. So I got a new 12-volt one coming today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to be doing some lasering this afternoon. I need to test engraving on a foam rubber, a dense foam rubber. I've been asked to test it. Okay, Jacko, thank you for hanging out with us. Take care, man. He's in South Africa, so it's late for him. But yeah, so I'm going to be testing that out. I'm going to be doing a bit of trial and error to see if I can get the right settings for it to engrave, and then if I can, then I'll let him know. I haven't tried doing foam rubber before. I've done a lot of engraving on wood and other materials like that. I haven't tried rubber previously. So what do you use your diode engraver for?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't used anything on it yet. I've been working on it for like 3 months, just a little bit of time between work and stuff. So I'm hoping tonight, after I get back from work, I can power it up and see if it's something on fire. But,
what Gerbil board do you have in it?
It's actually an old SKR 1.1 board.
Okay, so you're using Marlin. Okay.
Yeah, which is an absolute pain for lasers.
Or you could use what's the other one? What's it called? You can install it instead of Marlin on those boards.
Clipper?
And it's designed to turn it for CNC. Give me a second.
Oh, yeah, I have to check that out because if you don't have 3-axis, Marlin just is not happy. You go in, you end up having to fake it for having a Z, even though you're not really using a Z. Although eventually I will put a motorized Z on that thing so I don't have to readjust the laser height when I want to go real deep on stuff.
Yeah, just give me a second. There's another smoothie wear.
Okay, I might
Check
look
out
into
smoothie
that
wear.
once I get this powered on. Because
Yeah,
I
check out.
thought it'd take a couple hours. I'm gonna have compiled Marlin 20, 30 times before a laser. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know that, Ben. That's why I've checked out the foam. The foam is okay, to engrave. But I do have it's in an enclosure. It's got an extractor. Everything that's done. But I am very careful, and I'll be doing some testing. And if it's just too obnoxious to use, I'll just say sorry, I can't do it. Um, so, but I do have the specs on the foam rubber, and it's okay to be engraved and laser cut. After getting a resin printer and getting past the mess, I'm almost ready to give up on FDM. Well, FDM, I wouldn't say I'd never give up on FDM personally.
Nope.
If we're doing miniatures all the time, small stuff, and that's all you do, then resin is great. Yeah, laser Gerber is great. Is better, but you can also install on a Marlin type board like a 3D printer. Smoothie wear can be used, and it's more like Gerbil, and it's designed for you for running CNCs and lasers from a Marlin style board.
I'll definitely check them both out
Yeah.
because I'm sure once it powers on, it's not going to work.
Yeah, well, Marlin is troublesome to get it working on it because the other thing about Marlin is it's bloated because it's designed to cover all of this hardware.
Yeah,
And it gets really bloated. Whereas a proper like you can get a laser Gerbil board for $25 or $30. A Gerbil board.
I just had a bunch of spare parts, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, it should work. I know what I'm doing. No, I don't.
Yeah, not really. No, but I'm saying you can buy a Gerbil board. Jerry, I have to. I'll have to get Jerry to send the link out. If he's still listening in, Jerry has a board. I think it costs him something like $25 or $30, and he runs a small laser off that, and it runs great. And it's already all you have to do is go in and configure the axis size, and that's all you have to set. And
Nice.
it's running Gerbil.
That's probably what I'll end up doing because this was just way too complicated.
Yeah, and there's no Z. It's only X and Y, right? So that's all you have to set.
There's no Z currently, but I do down the road want to put a motorized Z on it. So
Yeah, his board, his doesn't. Hey, Biltover, how are you? Yeah, his doesn't have a Z stepper port. I think it's only X and Y. I think it only has two. I don't think that one he has got three stepper connectors on the board.
yeah, that covers.
You can also buy the laser box off Congro. They sell a laser box, and I think it's Congro and Soval. They sell a laser box, and it's running Gerbil, and it has got 3 stepper chips on the board, I believe.
Okay.
Look into those.
I gotta go, guys, because my son is coming home in an hour. I still have to eat.
Oh, you have to cook?
Yeah, for myself, and my son is coming home in about an hour and a half. So
Okay.
still need some cleaning. Gotta give
Oh.
the example.
Be a good example.
No, I've been tinkering in the living room with the PC because all my desks were full with stuff. So I've got a case that's this big. It's empty. It weighs 24 kilos.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, it's one of those big Cooler Master Cosmos cases. So I had to yank it under the desk and everything and put it on the table. Otherwise, I could not work in it. So I gotta clean up stuff before he comes home.
Okay.
So
Take care, man.
bye.
So if anybody else wants to drop in, the link is there in chat if you want to come drop in. I know it's Sunday morning. A lot of people are probably just dragging anyway. So if you don't want to drop in, and we could always wrap up early. I don't know if anyone's streaming that I know of. Is there? I don't believe there is. Let me have a check. Are you leaving too? I thought you were waving goodbye. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was waving him. Although I do need to leave soon too. I got breakfast cooking, and then I gotta go to work. And
Yeah, Kite Crafter's on. Dan is on. Bear is. Otto Canuck is probably doing a Lego build this morning. I'm guessing. Astro Canuck. So if nobody wants to come in, we can always wrap it up because people are still having breakfast and so on. I'm already went to breakfast with the Easter Bunny. That's an awful lot to admit to. I don't think it's the thermostat tested the bed and the hot and the same results. Okay. I'm in the shop too. Can I have the cam on? All right. I know Dan just started. I know Astro Canuck is up, and I know Kitecrafter is on. And Kitecrafter is always doing something. Let me check, see what he's up to. Let's go over here. I don't lose my Twitch. I want to see on a different page what he's up to. If there's audio feedback, guys, I'll quickly mute. So hopefully you won't hear it for long, if at all. Oh, he's doing a Lego build, I believe. Let's see what he's doing. I think he's doing a Lego build. Let's wait till it comes up. And if he and if not, Astro Canuck, I think he is doing a Lego build. Free pancakes. Yeah, well, you can't miss out on free pancakes. I'm not a pancake eater. I do not like pancakes. I've never been a pancake eater. Hey, Brett, how are you? You want to come in and join if you want? There's only excuses here. It's a quiet Sunday morning, so. Yeah, I don't see anybody else on either. So yeah, he looks like he's not up to much actually. What's Astro Canuck up to? Astro Canuck has a good channel. I like his content. Oh, he's showing images that he's taken. He does a lot of deep sky, night sky, and live photography, and he's probably showing some of the stuff he's been working on recently. Yeah, and then you have Dan. Maybe we'll raid Dan. Let's see what Dan's up to. He's just hanging out printing. Maybe we'll do that. What do you think, guys? We'll go over and raid Dan. What does people think? Let me know what you think in chat. If nobody's chatting, then I'll make up my own mind. Damn it. I don't have anything interesting to report. Oh, okay. All right, then let's go do that. Then we've only been on for 2 hours, but still, it's just a hangout anyway. So let's go raid Dan. Just give me a second. I'll get that set up. And we'll go over and we'll bump Dan's numbers up this morning. And everyone go say hi to him. Give him a hard time. Make sure you give him a hard time. Tell him I said you have to give him a hard time. He'll appreciate that. He's that type of person. He survives on being given a hard time. Thank you for hanging out, Printer Prun, and everybody else who did hang out this morning. Yeah, make it short and sweet. My son will be happy. He can go back playing games in the background here when I'm not on streaming. So let's kick over and bump Dan's numbers from 3 to probably close to the 20, 25, 28. Let's see what happens. How many decide to come over? 5, 9, 13. It's building the numbers. 18. 20 people are willing to go over to Dan. Right, let's bump his numbers. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. I will see you again. I'll be on periodically throughout the week on Twitch. And Wednesday night, I'll be doing my usual hangout at 7 p.m. Wednesday is also the closing date for my giveaway. So for the printer giveaway, if you don't have a date, if you don't have your entry in by Wednesday, you're going to lose out because I'm drawing I'll pick the winner on Saturday the 16th. Thanks, guys. Take care. Ciao. Let's go over to say hi to Dan. Let's see if it's over there. Oh, Dan just went offline, did he? No. Oh, no, he did. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay, good. I thought we lost Dan.